Hi everyone, I'm Matthew Kim, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to adapt to change, because as a roofer, it is so important to be able to adapt to changing consumer landscapes, changing environments, whatever it may be. Adapting to change is such an important skill to have as a business owner. And today I'm going to kind of go over some of the things that are changing in 2024, especially with decreased buying power of homeowners, the presidential election. I know so much stuff is going on that's affecting the roofing industry, and today I'm going to be kind of giving you some ideas on how to adapt to these changing times. Again, I'm Matthew Kim. If you don't know who I am, me and my brother Elijah help roofers across the country build proven project acquisition systems for their roofing companies, and we want to help roofers essentially get the work that they deserve. So that's basically all I have. Let's just hop right into the video on how to adapt to change. So the first thing that I really want to touch on when it comes to adapting to the trends within 2024 is, let me see, I wrote some stuff down here. First of all, going over what are the changes that are happening. So obviously 2024, the economy has kind of taken a downturn and consumer buying power has decreased a lot. You guys have probably noticed that there are a lot less retail replacement jobs that are going on, and mass consumerism as a whole is just decreasing, right? And this has affected roofing in a large way. I mean, less people are doing retail jobs, full replacements, and overall less money to spend on things that they potentially need. They definitely do need a solid roof. But the thing is that a lot of people don't actually feel like they have the money to be able to buy it, right? So that's why I argue now more than ever, repair jobs are becoming so important. So I know a lot of roofing companies who just turn down repair jobs completely. But in 2024, I think we need to start changing that paradigm, right? Long gone are the days where you can get full replacement retail jobs at a high volume, because a lot of homeowners nowadays are way more price sensitive. They are just looking for the cheapest bid, right? So if you're not willing to offer certain jobs that you might not have offered before, you will be left behind, and ultimately you'll have a lot less of a share within your industry, right? So, this idea can help roofers adapt to the changing market landscape and be able to thrive in it, rather than, using strategies that were popular 5 years ago. I mean, what worked 5 years ago isn't going to work now in 2024, and that's just a reality, right? So with that in mind, let me kind of go over why I think repair jobs shouldn't be turned away, right? Sometimes the homeowner does not even know what they need, right? So I see a lot of roofers, whenever they get a repair lead coming into their CRM or whatever may happen, they just turn that away immediately. But the thing is that oftentimes the homeowner doesn't know what they need. They didn't go, onto their roof and see how much damage has actually happened to their roof, right? It could be the case that they actually do need a full replacement and they qualify for insurance to pay for a majority of it, but they just don't know, so they put repair, and a lot of roofing companies are losing out on money because they're turning those jobs down or those opportunities down, right? So, they might not know that oftentimes insurance can cover a majority of their roof, and it's your job as a roofer to educate the homeowner on what they need. So that's why just going into estimates without any bias is so important, especially in 2024, right? Secondly, repair jobs aren't that bad, because if you do good on a repair job, right, these turn into replacements long term. It's kind of the analogy of where you kind of reap what you sow, right? Building good relationships with people in your local service area is so important, because now more than ever, people are sensitive to these large corporations that are just trying to take their money rather than actually genuinely helping them out and building those relationships. Doing a good repair job can allow you to have better Google reviews. You can ask for Google reviews off these smaller repair jobs, and because you can do a higher volume of repair jobs, you'll get a higher volume of high, 5-star Google reviews, which ultimately allows you to get more replacement jobs. It's just a positive feedback loop where, you do have to keep in mind that if you don't ask for Google reviews, a lot of the times it won't happen, just because of people are busy, they won't remember, right? So you do have to keep continually asking them. But if you do get those Google reviews, you get 100 plus Google reviews just off repairs, that can establish credibility for your roofing company within the area, which allows you to even grow further, especially in these in 2024, right? So an analogy that I kind of wrote down was, there's this YouTuber named Alex Hormozy, right? He provides so much value on his YouTube channel. He's an entrepreneur at heart, and he knows that reciprocation is such a large part of business. If you provide value up front, if you give a repair job that you wouldn't have taken otherwise, solely to help out the homeowner, reciprocation in turn will come, and you will ultimately, in the long run, be able to develop those relationships that will turn into larger jobs. And I can't emphasize enough the importance of that idea of reciprocation and just giving value and just truly helping out people, because the money will come. But in order to get to that point, you need to truly help people. And a lot of roofers, they've kind of lost sight of the reasons why they came into the industry. They came into the industry to help homeowners protect their families, protect their property. And when the money starts coming in, they kind of lose sight of that. But ultimately, repair jobs help just as much as replacement jobs in terms of protecting the family, in terms of serving the homeowner and building those relationships. So that's why I put such an emphasis on repairs as well, right? You kind of have to think long term. Like, roofing repairs can end up being profitable if you develop those relationships, if you get the Google reviews, and ultimately do a good job, so that next time in a couple of years, people will remember your company and will remember you are the person that did a great job on their repair. And ultimately, if they ever need a replacement or something ever wrong does happen, a hailstorm comes in, you're the ones that they call first, right? This is long-term thinking, and I know it's not sexy and it's not pure revenue generation right away, but these are the types of things that we need to think about in 2024, especially with the changing economic times, right? A lot of roofers think repairs are a waste of time, but what's even a bigger waste of time is chasing leads that, ultimately aren't there. I mean, you just gotta adapt to the market. The market says that a lot of people are price sensitive. That's the market, that's reality, right? And you're gonna end up spending so much money chasing replacement leads that ultimately aren't there in a shrinking consumer market. And this is where the industry is headed. I hate to break it to you, but a lot of people nowadays are becoming price sensitive. They are just looking for smaller jobs at the moment because they simply can't afford these larger replacement jobs if insurance can't help them out. That's why it's our job to, one, inform people of the insurance claims process and how simple it can be in order to get insurance to pay for a large portion of their roof. And two, if you don't work insurance, you need to be completely honest and help them out as best as they can, right? Another example of this is Roofing Insights. He's actually a YouTuber, Dimitri from Roofing Insights. He started out his business by just offering initially a $99 gutter repair service. Literally, he was probably losing money on every single job, right? He got cheaper leads though than what you pay on Angie, $150 plus, $200 per lead. And these guys, they will actually give you 5-star reviews because you're actually helping them out with something they need, right? Just cleaning out their gutters. They don't want to do that. Just do something super simple. And I know this is not profitable in the long run if you just continue to do this, which is why you have to develop that relationship. If you're not developing these relationships and you're just doing the job and dipping out, not getting a Google review, not connecting with the homeowner, then this is a waste of time, right? But ultimately, this strategy involves being able, with these smaller repair jobs, with even bigger repair jobs, gutter cleaning services, whatever it may be, even if they are profitable. And the thing is, you don't have to take unprofitable jobs. You can do repair jobs that are profitable as well for you, just not as much volume of money coming in, right? So I'm not saying you take unprofitable jobs, but this is just something that he did. And ultimately, he talked to a homeowner, he built that connection through that gutter cleaning service. And 2 years down the line, he was able to do a $15,000 to $20,000 job with that same homeowner because they knew who he was and they loved him so much, right? So ultimately, that is what I wanted to cover today. How to adapt to change, especially in these changing times. What can you do for your business? Let me talk about a little bit before we end this video, what you can do tangibly for your business to adapt to change, right? Number one, don't turn down all repairs, right? If it's gonna be really unprofitable, that's completely understandable and you need to pay for your overhead. But a lot of these smaller jobs will ultimately become relationships that you can leverage in the future. And that idea of reciprocation is so huge in business. So not turning down all repairs, right? Promoting cheaper jobs on certain sites like Nextdoor or whatever. You don't have to do the $99 gutter repair service, but honestly, if you don't have that much overhead and you're not getting that many jobs, this might be a great way to kind of turn into those bigger jobs without spending so much on all these lead generation services, right? Offering financing if you don't already, right? There's a lot of services out there that you can outsource financing plans to. I know a lot of roofers that we work with do that, and it just makes it a lot easier to offer financing to homeowners so they don't have to pay completely out of pocket right away. You can offer flexible payment plans that allow the homeowners to feel a little bit more comfortable to do even bigger replacement jobs with you, right? And also recognizing the last thing that I want to cover. So we talked about not turning down all repairs, promoting maybe a little bit cheaper jobs, offering financing if you don't already, and ultimately the last thing I want to cover is how insurance work is becoming more important, right? So developing relationships with adjusters. I know a lot of successful roofers nowadays are starting to network with adjusters and even doing their own in-house adjusting with Xactimate, learning Xactimate. That is so important. Knowing the insurance claims process is going to help you in 2024 so much because there are less retail jobs. I'm sure you've noticed this, and this is just a fact of reality that we need to adapt to, right? So that's all the main points I wanted to hit today. By the way, if you are struggling to get consistent, high quality leads for your roofing company, there is a link in the description that we have that you can click if you want. Don't worry, we're not some affiliate for some big company like Angie. We just genuinely want to help roofers, and it's completely fine if you don't click as well. It's just a link to a video to kind of explain how we do it and how it can potentially help out your business. But honestly, even if you don't click this video, watching this and supporting is more than enough. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment on this video so you get recommended videos like these even more, and you'll ultimately be able to get more value from the videos that we provide. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.